So I'm going to introduce you to someone today. This is Greg Carver. He's the owner of Strength Box Gym, and he's going to tell you a little bit about himself.
Hi, I'm Greg Carver. I'm the owner of the Strength Box Gym in Toronto. 58 years old. Wow, I can't believe that. Anyway, it's true. And in this environment here, this has been in operation for about 8 years, and I tried to create an inclusive environment that's not competitive, that's more cooperative. We mix all kinds of modalities here, so we do lift things, we do barbell work, kettlebell work, we do some natural movement, whether it's running and crawling and climbing, and we even do a little bit of gymnastics. But we love beginners. Believe me, I know this firsthand because I was not a fit individual. I was not only not a fit kid when I was growing up, and even most of my adult life, I was actually pretty sick. Had everything from 3 lung collapses to chronic inflammation. The list just went on and on and on. So this came to me late. So believe me, anyone can do this stuff, and we can scale anything for you here. So you can even get started today with kettlebell workout like what Garth and I are going to do for you.
So today we're going to be doing a workout that is kind of based around mixed martial arts, which is my background, and we're going to be using some kettlebells because kettlebells are quite popular within the mixed martial arts community, somewhat popularized by Joe Rogan.
Right, and he's been here back in 2010. Steve Maxwell actually trained him here, and some of the movements that we're going to be doing today were inspired by Coach Maxwell.
Yeah, so if you guys are grapplers or anything like that, you can follow along at home, try these out in the gym. But even if you've never done it before, it's always fun to try new things and try to dip your feet in all different pools and see if you enjoy the style of training, and then you can implement it into your own programming. So the main purpose of this exercise is to get the hip bump and the shoulder moving, right? So your feet are planted on the ground, and as you notice, we have a little bit of rotation through the core while we're pressing it. This kind of mimics when you're trying to escape from the bottom in a mount position, or even in some other side control positions. So really focus on the bumping while pressing. So the clean to sprawl is kind of like doing a normal clean to burpee, but you're doing, instead of a push-up on the kettlebells, you're going to be doing a sprawl. So it's about driving your hips to the mat, right, as if you were to stop a takedown attempt from an opponent. So really make sure you get the kettlebell solid on the ground. You're not going to roll the wrist and then drop the hips to the floor, just as you would in a sprawl in a wrestling drill.
So plank rows, these are also called renegade rows. They can be done with or without a push-up. I like to do them with. The important thing to remember here, you're going to have to straddle your feet a little bit, not too much, and try not to rotate at the hips because that's a big mistake people make. So you want to keep your core tight, draw your ribs in, and pull the kettlebells back a little bit towards your hips. They're not going to come up towards your chest. You're going to pull them back towards your hips. Make sure you're stable before you lift one off of the floor, so proceed with caution, but these are an awesome exercise. They're a great pulling exercise and great for the core. Circular cleans. These are an interesting type of kettlebell clean. One thing I like about the kettlebells is that you can get rotational movements in that are difficult to do with conventional, say, barbells or dumbbells. One thing that you want to be careful of in the circular clean is be aware of your space, so you have to watch your knee so that you don't hit your kneecap when the bell is coming across the front. Basically, you want to punch out. You're going across your body and you pull in to catch the bell back in the rack position. When you punch out, you're actually going to pivot to the side a little bit. So I think of that martial arts kind of pivot and look in the direction that you're punching. So actually look in the direction of the bell. Your gaze will follow the bell as it comes to the other side, and then you catch back in the center.
With the reverse Getup, it kind of emulates how you're supposed to stand up in a self-defense or a martial arts situation, so that you always have a diagonal base, right? Opposite hand and opposite foot on the floor. You're able to keep your eye on your opponent. It's the kettlebell in this instance, but you're able to keep a hand up and protect the face. So the Turkish Getup is good for this. Allows you to be able to stand up with resistance because the person's probably going to try to keep you down. So Turkish Getup is a good exercise, as well as it's just full body compound movement. All right, so for these combination of exercises, you can do each for 1 minute and rest for about a minute in between rounds. That would be 5-minute rounds, a minute rest. You do that 3 times, or if you're feeling like a champion, you can add the 2 championship rounds in, doing 5 rounds, so that kind of mimics the structure of a fight. Gets you kind of the feel of what it would be like to get your butt kicked there for a full 25 minutes. If you want to keep in touch with Greg and
you can connect with me at gregcarver.com is probably the best place. If you're in Toronto, you can come by the Strengthbox gym and you'll find us at strengthbox.ca. We're both here. Primarily I work with a slightly older population, so people 40 and over. I mean, not that you have to be that old, but I love working with early Gen Xers, late baby boomers, and showing them how to lead an active and pain-free lifestyle full of adventure. So I do everything from retreats, both locally, and I do them internationally as well in Greece. I do some online training and online coaching programs, and show you how to have a lot of fun and keep active.
Awesome, yeah, and so you can find our social medias here. And as well, if you like the video, make sure to like the video. Subscribe to the channel for more content. There will be more coming your way, hopefully. Lots of new and exciting things. And yeah, turn on notifications whenever you want to see new videos, for my upload schedule varies. Thank you for watching.
Thanks, guys.